Which leads me to something that I didn't mean to make into a big deal. It was just a passing comment, and then we kind of made it into a joke. It's no secret that talk radio shows, and I was one of the worst back in the 80s and 90s, as anybody who knows anything about talk radio, or I mean radio in particular. I've been in radio since the 1970s, and back in the 80s, things were very, very competitive. And boy, I was a ruthless competitor. But it was done in the time, the spirit of fun and one-upsmanship. A competing guy would one-up us, and so we'd work harder to one-up him, and it's just the way it was. And for some reason, radio is a very competitive business, and it's funny because many of us are self-hating egomaniacs. We have to have that bravado to be able to think that our opinions even matter or should be listened to. But in the end of every day, the best of us go home and say, I don't know if I was right. I don't know. Who am I to say? But yet we, for some reason, build walls up between each other. And it's no secret that many people in talk radio and in the web and everything else, in television, have considered me to be a competitor or have listened to people fill their heads with nonsense about, who I am. And so we have had damaged relationships and just all out of misunderstanding. And I take blame for anything that I might have done. But this summer, I've been saying it for a while, and I've been doing it kind of roundabout for years. But this time I wrote a few people in talk radio, and I said, for anything that I have done, I'm sorry, but we're in a different country, in a different time, and we don't have that much different. And we all have our own way of doing it, but we got to stand together. And so I have offered up everything I have in the service of like-minded people. And Sean Hannity is building new studios, and he certainly doesn't need my help, but he's building new studios, and he was in a place where it was going to be a real hassle for him to be, with a tarp on the other side of the glass, and it would have taken longer for his studios to be built, et cetera, et cetera. And so we offered up our Blaze studios, my studios, and he has my corner office in New York. I gave up my office for him for 3 months in New York because I'm not using it. And he has come into our offices, and we tried to make him feel at home. And he has been so gracious to everyone on our staff, and he's been everything that you would hope Sean Hannity would be. And today I just got a note that he's bringing pizza in for, I don't even know what we have, 210 people in New York, and he's bringing pizza in for the whole staff just to thank them and just to give them a lunch today. And completely unnecessary, and he didn't think that I would talk about it, or he's not doing it for that. I just wanted to tell you the message I got last night was grace and humility, and Sean Hannity is demonstrating that today, a lesson he didn't need to learn, apparently, as much as I did.